Well, we'll get started. This is meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler, and I want to talk to you about what's going on in the weather. We'll do a quick update here, and then, of course, we'll have a full update, Wavy News 10 at midday. So we do have a new watch in effect, severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 6 p.m. This is a line of storms going to be moving in later this afternoon, but it's already starting up west of I-95. And the reason I think this has the kind of an odd shape to it, I'll be honest, this is one of the weirdest shapes I've seen to a tornado watch or a severe thunderstorm watch in my career. But at the same time, it's just geography and it's just a matter of timing. The storms will probably get in here first, and this is going to fill in later today. I guarantee you there's going to be other watches. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch. There is a tornado watch down towards Rocky Mount, and maybe most likely they'll probably expand that one. But either way, we are expecting the severe weather later today. And again, those other watches are likely. So having said that, let's take a look at where they are. Right now, we've got those storms to the west of us. They're over west of Emporia, over towards Farmville, and there are warnings up right now along that line as they move off to the east. So we still have a ways to go before they get here, and the models are still in pretty good agreement on the timing for Hampton Roads and for our region. Now, it looks like there's a lot of rain out there, but at the moment, all we have really is just a lot of sprinkles. The sensitivity of the radar is way up, and so it's catching these little sprinkles that are coming in, and it looks like a lot, but there really isn't. So we do have a lot of activity back to the west of us, and right now, look at all that out there, that huge sharp line, and this just runs in line with exactly what the models have been showing so far today. They've got this big line forming to the west and moving in. So having said that, we're going to look at a couple of models. This one is it's called the HRRR. That's the High Resolution Rapid Refresh, or otherwise we call it Future Track Short Term. So this is going to be moving eastward, and it's lining up pretty good. This is at noon. I think it's a little ahead of schedule compared to this, but not too much. Because I think it's already near the Farmville area. So, and I also think it's a little bit more, a little more intense than what we're going to see, because we're not seeing those bright colors all over the place to the west of us. Having said that, though, I mean, this is going to be a broken line of showers and storms moving through, and so this is 3 o'clock. It's to at least our inland locations, maybe even close to the metro, and then it moves through between 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Let me back up the timing there just a little bit so you can see it. And so there's 4 p.m., 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then it should move out between about 6 and 7. May affect some areas along the coast at that time, but then it'll be moving out. So this is our future track model, and this is what I used all morning long. I did show the other one a little bit, but this is the one that we kind of use mainly. And so, it's got it west of, I-95 at noon. This is, again, future track. It's got it east of Farmville. So the timing on that works pretty good. So if we go with that, then 3 o'clock, it's still to the west of the metro. If you remember, the other model was a little bit closer to the metro, and it could speed up. I mean, the winds are very strong after all. And so then right now it looks like that one's going to bring it through between about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, about 5:30, and then maybe even 6, and then should be wrapping it up. So the good thing is this is a short-lived system because it's going to be moving so fast. So I'm not expecting flooding, even though there might be some standing water in some places, but it's going to move through to the point that I don't think we're going to see widespread flooding out there. But there may, there'll definitely be some ponding on the roads and things like that. Let me get a check on the winds, because the winds have picked up, and we do have a wind advisory for parts of the area. But yeah, we're getting some gusts now. 38 miles an hour in Chesapeake, 32 miles an hour in Suffolk, 38 miles an hour in Franklin, and 33 miles an hour in Newport News. So gusts are above 30, and so these winds are going to increase. We're going to get the winds gusting here pretty soon, probably to about 40 or a little under, and then they'll be gusting up to 45 for a while. Solid 45, and that's between 2 o'clock and 4 p.m., and then the winds will drop off probably between 5 and 6. There may be some gusts higher than this. We could get some severe winds, which are winds of about 60 miles an hour or greater, and that's rounded up a little bit, but that's severe winds, and we could get those. I don't anticipate hail on this one. There could be some. There are going to be some strong storms after all, but I think the main threat from this is going to be those strong straight line winds. However, the secondary threat, I do think, is going to be isolated tornadoes. There is going to be some spin in the atmosphere. You focus that spin down on some of these storms, and it could create an isolated tornado. So that'll be the secondary threat. That brief heavy rain could cause a lot of problems. Now, one big concern that we have is a lot of kids going to be getting out of school at this time when these storms are going to be arriving. And so we talked about that all morning long, even specifically called it out that that could be a big issue. Could it come in a little sooner? Yes, possibly. So if you're going off this model and saying, well, it's not going to hit my area, until 4, don't do that, because it could speed up a little bit. It could hit a little early. And so, the last thing we want is a bunch of kids to be getting out of school and bus lines, parents picking up while we've got warnings all over the place. And that could be happening later today. If not the metro, I mean, even our inland locations, I think in Virginia, that could be happening. So just be prepared and get your Wavy Weather app out and try and track the weather. Of course, we'll be on television if there are warnings, and we'll be cutting in and giving you information. Then, of course, Wavy News 10 at 4 will have a full update with our newscast. All right, that's the latest that I have. Again, we'll have a full update, Wavy News 10 at midday, and meteorologist Stephen Fundera will be in, and they'll have the update on the timing and the models, and maybe throw in a couple more things there as well. Thanks for joining us. I'm meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler.